Hi everyone, I'm Megyn Kelly. Jeffrey Epstein was an accused serial pedophile who died in prison in August, supposedly by suicide, though there are doubts. Prior to 2019, many news organizations looked into the allegations against Epstein, a well-connected investor who surrounded himself with the rich and famous. But no one ever quite got the story until the Miami Herald broke it late last year. Or so we thought. Earlier this week, a group called Project Veritas leaked a tape in which ABC News anchor Amy Robach complains on an open mic that she had the Epstein story 3 years ago, but ABC refused to air it.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the Palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story.
ABC News and Robach have since issued statements suggesting Robach's reporting at the time was not ready for air and could not be corroborated. Some have questioned why, 3 years later, ABC never did nail down the story. ABC did manage to nail down the identity of the employee who accessed in its system the Robach hot mic moment within a matter of hours. That staffer had recently moved to CBS, and 2 days ago, after a call from ABC, CBS fired her. That young woman is Ashley Bianco, and she joins me now for her first interview. Ashley, thank you for joining me. Did you leak the tape?
I did not.
Not to anyone?
No, never.
At any time?
No.
Did you make a clip of the moment?
I did, but I saved it in the internal system.
So what was your job at ABC?
I was a crash producer.
Okay, so a producer.
Yeah.
And you were in the control room when Amy made those comments?
I wasn't in the control room, but I was watching the comments while I was at my desk, and I had seen what she was saying, and I went to my manager and I said, do you see what she's saying? Does she know that she's on a hot mic? The assistant said to us that Amy knew she was on a mic and that she knew she was being broadcasted to all the affiliates.
Right, so this is a moment where she's off the air, she's doing taped promos, but she has a mic on and people can see and hear her.
Yeah.
So what made what did you do? You clipped the moment? You sort of marked the moment in the system?
Yeah, I just clipped it off. I essentially marked it in the system. It never left the system. We do it all the time.
Did you tell the manager that you had clipped it?
I did not.
Did you think it was newsworthy, what she was saying?
Everyone in the office was freaked out by what she was saying, and everyone was watching it.
So the purpose for clipping it was what, to watch it back later?
Yeah, watch it back later. I did it just for office gossip,
Mm-hmm. Was there any intention to embarrass her?
No, not at all.
Or ABC?
No, I would never. The 3 years I've spent at ABC, I've loved my time there. I'm a good employee. I've worked 7 days a week. I loved my job.
Was this the first time you had ever clipped a segment of an anchor off mic?
No, we do it all the time. I'm part of my job is I'm like a video editor. I clip off moments all the time. I put together, funny anchor reels of, them off camera doing funny stuff to use later in the show.
Did you go back and watch it later?
I didn't, no. I didn't think about it after that day.
So was that the last you had to do with that clip?
Yeah, I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything else with that.
You never went back to it?
I never went back to it.
You didn't download it, you didn't email it, you didn't transfer that file in any way?
No, not at all. I didn't touch it after that. It stayed in the system. I hadn't even heard of Project Veritas until this.
When was this moment with Amy?
It was in August 19th.
And then in the fall, you decided to leave ABC to go where?
To CBS. And I only left purely because CBS had offered me a good contract. And so I left, and I was just really excited to start a new job.
And so this week, you're sitting at CBS doing your job.
Yeah.
And what happens with Project Veritas?
They released the video, and I was shocked, but I didn't think anything of it.
How many days had you been at CBS?
Only 4 days, and I begged, I pleaded, I didn't know what I had done wrong. And I just, I wasn't even given the professional courtesy to defend myself. I didn't know what I'd been accused of. It was, humiliating. It was devastating.
Have you ever spoken to James O'Keefe of Project Veritas?
No, never. I didn't even know who he was until this week.
And hadn't communicated with anybody who works there in any way, shape, or form?
No, yeah, I've never communicated with anyone over there.
What was your reaction when you found out ABC News had called CBS?
Devastated. I mean, it's like I'll never get a job anywhere else. It was devastating.
You'll get a job. You'll definitely get a job. Do you think they should have aired her interview?
I don't know. I mean, she was really upset. Clearly, she felt that she had a strong case, but I have no clue.
So you didn't have outrage over them not airing it. This wasn't you trying to stake a claim.
I loved the company. I didn't have anything wrong with it, I would never try to do anything to jeopardize that.
What do you want ABC and CBS executives to know?
It wasn't me. I'm not the whistleblower. I'm sorry to ABC, but the leaker's still inside, It's not, I never did any of that. I may have accessed it, but I never leaked it. I never showed it to anyone. I didn't talk about the situation outside the company.
And when you say the leaker's still inside, do you have any suspicions about who actually may have leaked it?
This is something that everyone saw.
Is that right? So it was a talked about moment?
Yeah, it was definitely that whole day. Everyone, was talking about it, was running around, taking videos of it.
So do you regret clipping that moment now?
I do. Had I known, I would have never clipped it. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything. I didn't leak it. Anyone else could have clipped it off.
Even James O'Keefe has come out now saying you are not the leaker, that you were not the insider who gave this to him. What do you think should happen to the insider, and what do you hope they'll do now?
I just want my career back. I want people to know I didn't do it, That's all I want. So.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.